Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be unpacking the entire Sims Summit stream. We are going to be unpacking The Sims 5. Is it The Sims 5? We will confirm that. The game expansions that have been announced, the new CC platform, the babies that we saw. We're gonna unpack everything. Get a tea, get a drink, and let's chat. So if you watched my other video, thank you so much for all of your lovely comments and support. Check it out if you haven't already to see some kind of funny reactions from me, because I really did not know what was gonna happen. But I think the biggest thing for me that came out of the Sims Summit was the announcement of the Sims project Rene, which has confused a few of you guys. I think a lot of people were confused if it was The Sims 5 to the point where people were saying I was clickbaiting, and I think I should explain it a little bit more why we are referring to it as The Sims 5. So Project Rene is quote unquote described as the next generation of The Sims in development. So because it's in development, it is still a few years away. It's very, very early. Therefore, they do not have an official name for it. So they come up with a temporary name. This was the same in previous games. It's the same across many games. The Sims 4, I think, was Project Olympus, and this is Project Rene. The reason why they do this is number one, because a lot can change in a few years. They do not pick the title as they're developing the game because they want to leave it open to being able to change the name without upsetting people. And also they have things to settle like trademarks and marketing and all of that. So they have to make sure that when they pick a name, they stick to it. The other thing is in early development, even before this announcement, they needed to refer to this project as something that isn't explicitly called The Sims 5. The reason is if someone's email were to link and it said The Sims 5 in it, everyone would know they're working on The Sims 5. By saying Project Rene, if it were to leak, people would have no idea what it is. So that is why it is not called The Sims 5. And to be honest, if it was my game, I would probably get tired of calling it a number. Like after you've done The Sims 2, Sims 3, Sims 4, The Sims 5 is kind of exhausting and it doesn't really sound fresh. So my guess is they're gonna do a different name anyway. We're referring to it as The Sims 5 because, of course, Project Rene is confusing. It's meant to not be obvious. It is not a spin-off game of The Sims 4. This is something completely new that is also further highlighted in the fact that they call it Project Rene and describe that as being inspired by Renaissance and rebirth and a bright future. So this is a completely new game, you guys. This is not The Sims 4. This is The Sims 5. So hopefully that clears that up, and it is a very common thing across games. The next big thing that was announced is that The Sims is now for free. So if you don't have The Sims and you want it, you can just have it for free now over on console or on PC or Mac. You can just download it for free. It's free for everyone. Shortly after those announcements, we found out that there is much more to come, which means this is the upcoming content, which honestly, they didn't really spend much time on, but we did get a little hint we can talk about. They did say there's going to be 2 new expansions coming. I don't believe they said when. I would love one to be for this year at least. Maybe a Christmas release would be nice. But they did show these new world pictures. I'm not sure if this is like 1-pack, 2-pack, but I feel like it's gonna be the same expansion just because there is a city silhouette in both pictures that matches. And also the trees are exactly the same. And I just don't feel like they would make 2 worlds with the same trees because it's not very different. Now, what is really interesting in these shots is that there's a kid on a bike for one, which we currently don't have. Adult Sims, teen Sims, and young adults and elders can ride bikes, but not children. So if I'm taking this concept art literally, this says to me that kids on bikes will be coming. And then I can also see over here a baby in a backpack. And we're gonna talk about this more later, but they have shown what looks to be like a new form of Sims baby that's not just in the bassinet, maybe a new life stage, maybe it's like an infant, but this could be possible if that's coming to the game. game. And that would be like the cutest thing ever, having them in little backpacks. There's some food stalls, lots of bright colors. I mean, it's kind of hard to know anything else. There's a dog, but I feel like I'd be surprised if there's any new pet news. I feel like they've been there, done that. So I don't know, interesting, right? And then after that, we saw new builds. So my guess is these are either gonna be kits or maybe this is part of the said expansions. I mean, looking at this, I love this wallpaper texture. That's something that catches my eye. I also love this rustic wooden bench. It's looking a little like country rustic log cabin. It would be great to have some more herringbone floors because that's obviously a big trend in the world right now. We don't have much of it in The Sims. A little bit cottagey country looking too. There's nothing like crazy new in this other than just a distinct aesthetic to look forward to. And then in this picture, so this one's kind of interesting because there's like 3 different things on the ground. This might just be a little rug, but these 2 look like pet beds to me. I just didn't think they would go back to a pet DLC after my first pet stuff, but maybe they were just waiting for the time to pass and they're gonna try it again. I don't know, but I just find it really interesting and I don't know what else they could be. I like there's a guitar on the wall, that's cute, some storage. I mean, there's also like a couple of books maybe on the floor. So I don't know, do you guys think that they may go back to some pets? I mean, I don't know what else these would be. Could this just be a basket to put pillows in? I mean, it would just be odd concept art. So maybe they are revisiting pets. I mean, the aesthetic could suit it, you know? And then did we get anything else? Oh, of course. Then we got this and it says, more ways to tell your Sims stories. So up here we have what looks like a makeup drawer jewelry set, which is really cute. This is definitely a kind of clutter item I would love to have in my game because it's the type of thing I have in real life and a lot of friends do. So I really loved seeing that. I don't think any of these items would be usable, but I think it's cute. Then below it, there are some dentures, and this really had people talking. I think people have made a link between the dentures and the new baby and have thought, you know, elder, baby, because elders, you know, often have dentures. And I think some people are creating a link. I don't know if it's risky to make that link, risky for disappointment, but some people are talking about maybe a family pack, different ages, dare I say generations. That's the conversation right now. So that is very interesting. I don't know why you would have dentures. An elderly pack would be so cool. I would be so down for an elders pack. I would actually be down for an elders kit. That would be awesome. This one in the middle is really interesting because I read this as lingerie, and I'm not saying laundry, lingerie. I've got to put a twang on. Lingerie. Lingerie is how I say it. Anyway, yeah, this looks like lingerie to me. A few people suggested it was swimwear, but it looks like a little transparent and lacy to me, especially with these elastic bands with the text on them. So I'm also now questioning if it is swimwear just because the neckline would be a little more unusual for lingerie. So I'm really looking forward to finding out what this is. I don't think it really goes with the dentures and the makeup, unless it's like a bathroom get ready kit, something like that, or pack. Then there's this chair. I mean, I don't think this chair says too much other than it's just a cool looking chair. Love the chair, love the cushion. Maybe they put it in and they're like, hey, how cute is this? I would love to see more of this like curvy mod 60s inspired furniture. And right now that's huge. So it would make a lot of sense to see more of this. And then over here, this also is making people talk about the idea of a generational family focus pack because of the dentures, because of the babies, and now because we have what looks to be photo albums and memorabilia. I'm nervous to look too far into it because I don't want us to be disappointed, but you never know. In any case, it looks like nice clutter. So that's really all we found out about the expansions. I feel like that was a massive tease. Like, could they not have given us a little bit more? I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I really want an expansion this year for Christmas. I'm nervous there won't be anything for Christmas. Hey, we'll have to wait and see. What would you like to get for Christmas? Dentures. Imagine they just gave us like a denture in the express delivery for Christmas. That would be kind of funny. No, people would be so upset. Oh my God, can you imagine the community? Actually, speaking of that, I believe there is going to be Sims delivery every month, maybe starting next year or starting soon, which is fun. If you guys don't know what express delivery it is, it's basically like free updates for the Sims where they just do some like random things like objects and new hairs and stuff like that. So that's always nice. I think also because they've made the Sims base game free, this is a little bit more encouragement to get the game or to play the game at least, to keep logging in to check the update to see what you got. So it's a good way to get people back playing again. Then the next slide said new, and then this was covered up. Now, what people are suggesting is that this was actually for the baby video we got at the end, which we'll talk about. I mean, that would make sense. And actually now I just listened to it again. It's a baby cry. So that's probably what it was alluding to. Also, can I just say this presenter was really fantastic. And the script was really good too. So the next thing was also a little bit confusing because they said they're evolving our relationships with creators, focusing on custom content being, I suppose, more integrated into the game. It was confusing because console players were wondering, does this mean that I can now get CC? And although they have not specifically said, no, this is not for console players, I'm assuming it won't be because I don't know how mods work on console and if it's even supported. You guys might know more about that in the comments down below. So they said for the first time in Sims history, there's a new destination for the Sims 4 players to download mods and custom content in a moderated, curated space through our new collaboration with Overwolf, the operators of CurseForge. So Overwolf is the parent company of CurseForge. I think that's what confused me. I was like, are there two things? And this is a mod manager and discovery platform for user-generated content. So this is essentially if you're used to going to Patreon and following each of the different modders or CC creators, they can all be in one place. You can search the game, I believe, and find them. And it might even mean that you don't have to separately download them from the game. Like it could even be embedded in the game. I don't know. We will have to wait to hear more about it. They also made it really clear that they will not require modders or creators to move or use the CurseForge platform. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever had this experience where you've downloaded CC or a mod and it's downloaded a virus to your computer. This is a way to, I suppose, download it more cleanly, allegedly, and potentially have mods curated so you know what you're getting is going to be reasonable quality. So when the platform launches, it will include content from some already well-established CC creators that a lot of you guys will recognize. I know Little Dicker is part of this mod squad selection. That's what they've called them. aka Lukery, previously known as Grim Cookies, Hey Harry, there's a whole heap of them. There are also exciting new updates for The Sims Free Play and The Sims Mobile. These are spin-off games, obviously for mobile and online gameplay. So in Free Play, players can look forward to improved appearance of Sims faces, which do look really great. And there's ongoing efforts to improve representation via hairstyles, glasses, earrings, shared across all genders. Yay! There will also be an annual Christmas in the Air seasonal quest coming in December with a new special story. There's also a luxury super yacht, a feature coming to the game in early 2023, and you can download from the App Store. And then for The Sims Mobile, we heard what our Simmers want and we have a big update. We all love balconies, and within the new Build It and Buy edition coming to a phone near you during the holidays this year. Okay, so they're introducing balconies, which is lots of fun, which you can customize and decorate. There's also a frequently asked questions area. There's some interesting stuff in here. They have said regarding Project Rene that they are striving to go above and beyond in terms of transparency and creating opportunities for players to share their thoughts about what they're creating over the next few years. So it sounds like they're gonna get the community involved and get feedback, which is a first for The Sims. Usually it's a big secret until launch, so it's pretty big. Like, I feel like it would be so scary opening up your game to essentially criticism, like in development. So it is brave to do it. And I also think it's really smart. In this day and age, people really want to give their feedback, and they've had a bit of practice with asking the community to vote on stuff packs. For example, Nifty Knitting Stuff Pack was a community voted pack, and I think it did really well. They've collaborated with the community a little bit, and I think feedback will be good. It also means they can test the waters with ideas, and if they receive strong opinions about something, then they can tweak it, which means a better game can be created. So I love that. They also have reassured us that The Sims 4 is not going away anytime soon. So if you're worried about The Sims 4 going bye-bye, you can be rest assured The Sims has been dedicated to expanding the game and are committed as ever to developing new and meaningful experiences for players, and will continue and release The Sims 4 pack kits, Sims Delivery Express drops in the foreseeable future. Also, Project Rene, they said, is years away. So we're obviously gonna get a lot more stuff in The Sims 4 for the next few years coming. Don't ask me how long that's gonna be. I would have no idea. Probably minimum 2 years is my guess. Yeah, so there's some more info about custom content, Sims Mobile, so that's all good. So Lindsay Pearson, the VP of, well, vice president, I guess, of the Sims franchise, actually started as a game tester. Lindsay, I've had the pleasure of meeting in real life, and I think she's great. And I think she did a great job presenting this and speaking. So I really liked seeing her again. I love when they actually get the people working on the game to speak about it and tell you what's happening. So then they introduced Anitta. And Anitta is a Brazilian artist, I believe, with like 68 million Instagram followers. So they're massive, but I feel like the chat was a bit rough. Like people were like, I don't know who this is. Who is this? And you know, just because they might not be big in your country doesn't mean that they're not a huge artist, you know, that a lot of people will be excited about. So Anitta is a very well-known artist, clearly, and this was really cool seeing that they are working on this video clip with some iconic Sims pieces. So I'm really looking forward to actually seeing this music and also singing in Simlish as well. So that's cool. I'm sure a lot of you guys who love Anitta will be very excited to see this coming soon. I personally can't wait for the video clip. Then there was a dance group. The dance group, I thought this was fun too. I was dancing along to it. I thought it was cute. I liked the dancing. I liked the colors. People said it was cringe, and I personally don't find dancing cringe at all. I think these are talented people doing cool stuff. I like the hair, makeup, and costume as well. Man, I wish I could dance like that. You know what? They should have got like Sims players and taught them the dance. I would love that. Oh, this was so funny. I watched James's video and he's like, look, this is the Sims 5. It's not, you guys. And I was laughing at him. Oh, that was funny. I feel like this one looks like me. Oh yeah, so this is showing like the upgrade in appearance for free play, which is really quite good. So then this bit got me nervous because they were like, we're gonna show community people. James! Oh, so nice. A few of you guys were like, I'm so sad Deli wasn't highlighted. And honestly, like, they can't fit everyone in. I was really happy to see a nice variety of people and them all enjoying the game, so I don't mind at all. I think at some point maybe they asked to use footage where I was emotional or crying. I don't know if that was for this, and I said maybe I'd rather not, so it might have been that, I don't know. Okay, so then we got to the part of the summit that was kind of crazy. We've got the announcement of Renesmee. I wish we didn't start calling it Renesmee. Was that? I feel like it was Vixella who started it. I don't know who started it, but that meme creeps me out so much. Just knowing it was actually a robotic doll for Twilight scares me. It's creepy. The Sims Project Rene. And then we go into actually viewing some of the Project Rene gameplay. I guess the first thing that I kind of saw popping up in comments was that it looks too realistic, or it looks bad, or that it looks like Paralives. So because this is in development, it is quite possible it will look literally nothing like this. And to me, this looks like any housey game, like, I don't know, House Flipper. Paralives, I think, has a really nice style to it that I think is different to this. But, you know, The Sims might have been inspired by Paralives. Who's to know? But I think these graphics are just pretty much placeholder to show the general idea of what they're working on. And of course, any of the UI graphics, this over here, this is just placeholder. I think all of this will change. It may be in the same places. But yeah, when a game's like this early in development, there's a lot to do. It's quite possible they just kind of put this together for the Sim Summit announcement, and what they're actually working on could just be like colored shapes at this point. They do show that they are working on being able to change the parts of objects, which is so cool. Like, I would love that. There's obviously lots of decor. Select arrow, redo, undo, grid, magnetic grid. Oh yeah, snap to the grid, video. So those are all familiar controls. User. Over here is interesting. There's 2 heads and the number 2. Could it be how many Sims are in a household? Could it be multiplayer? They did heavily allude to multiplayer, and I actually think they're showing it in the next few frames. So you can see, you can change the base of the bed. It looks highly customizable, which I'm all for. When I saw the color wheel, I got so excited because if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you know color wheel has been something that I really did miss probably the most from The Sims 3. There's a lot of things that I miss from previous Sims games, but yeah, I think the color wheel's the biggest one. So seeing this means a lot to me, and I really hope it does make the final game, because things can also change a lot. That's why it's kind of risky showing the development too, because if they take something out or they don't meet the expectations, people can get very upset. So yeah, this furniture, like, I just don't think this will be the aesthetic. I think it's going to be stylized. I think all of this furniture will be remade. And I think this is just placeholder. Like, they could have grabbed it out of a catalog for like 3D items. I have no idea how it works, but that's just my guess. I mean, maybe it'll look like this, but if it were to look like this, which I don't think it will, I don't think stylistically it's there yet. It does look a little too real and not Sims-like. In my opinion, it's not looking Maxis to me. It's gotta have a little more cartoon to it. And yeah, I don't think it's gonna look like this. It's almost like halfway between The Sims 3 and The Sims 4, because in The Sims 3, we did have a color wheel. We were able to pick patterns, or textures, which I think does pop up in just a second. And we did have this this kind of UI where you'd select different colors for different parts of the object, which did work quite well. So it's kind of cool to see them going back to that. We've got eyedropper here, maybe to pick up the same color. Paintbrush, or what would this mean? Paint bucket? Maybe the paintbrush is like to actually paint on it. And then you'll see over here, this is 0. Are there 0 household members? Are there 0 multiplayer members? I don't know. Familiar things around the house. Again, I wouldn't take this too literally. Maybe there will be couches with throws. It kind of looks very watercolor-esque. It just looks like most house games. So that's why I think it's placeholder. And then it's nice to see how the colors can change. And then they swap to select surface, which is where you can material, which we saw in The Sims 3, and pattern. And then there's like primary, maybe that's like the main pattern, and then you could put patterns on different areas. And then some you'll be able to adjust with the cogwheel maybe, and put different swatches in there. A lot of games are now working on being able to put patterns and stencils and drawing on objects. We did see that in Disney Dreamlight Valley. I'm sure The Sims are researching like every single game that's out right now for inspiration. So, also this is kind of cool how they're changing all the cushions. And this got me really excited. So they're putting cushions on the couch. And this 3D rotation tool, that is in so many games. I think a lot of us will recognize it from like Planet Coaster or Planet Zoo. That's quite a standard control. So again, I don't think it's gonna look exactly like that, but hopefully we will be able to do that. So yeah, I would be, I wouldn't take this as this is what The Sims 5 is. This is showing how it could potentially work. Now this is when it gets very interesting, because we see the number in the top corner here say 3 people. I am kind of thinking this is a multiplayer count. How many people are in the room? And there's like a yellow patch here, and we've actually got like a name tag. So I'm wondering, I spoke to Dr. Gluon about this. He's the one who pointed this out to me, but he was saying he thinks this is one player working on one part of the room. So as you can see, we've got this blue player here, and then we've got a yellow player here, and we see, you know, this is surrounded by blue, this is surrounded by yellow. Is this indicating that 2 players are working at the same time? It's Bowser! Bowsy! You've kind of come at an important time, Bowser. This is like one of the most exciting parts of the video. Okay, don't mind that chewing in the background. So yeah, I think this is actually 2 players because there's Branches, there's Autumn Star. Yeah, it looks like they're working on this at the same time, which is so cool. And hovering, I can't figure out what the yellow and the blue means. Like the highlighting, that confuses me. I'm just gonna scroll back a little bit and see if we can see.
What are you confused by?
Oh, thanks. So when they're showing like what appears to be a multiplayer, like 2 players working at once, like there's 1 player here, 1 player here, what are all the yellow and blue lines mean? Because I feel like it symbolizes 1 player
like
and the other.
This bit or the bit just before?
The bit just before.
So I think what it's saying is that person is currently active, like the blue one. So they've done something, or they're changing that counter. They've placed the counter, and then because that was a group of items, I think because you can see it's the same set of items over there.
Yeah.
So I think they've saved it and they've placed that whole group right there.
Oh, so that player's just whacking that down.
Yeah, I think that's their active placement. That's what I assume from looking at it anyway.
Interesting.
Goodbye.
Wait, I have one more thing.
I'm back.
You know, I was saying, I don't think any of this furniture is going to be in the final game.
No, I don't think so. I mean, there might be similar stuff, but I mean, I think it's all just placeholder.
And I don't think that's going to be the style of it either. It just doesn't look Maxis.
No, I think it's just rough. Like,
yeah.
We're years away.
Yeah. It's interesting though. So this, yeah, looks like multiplayer. You can leave now if you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can stay.
Oh.
Then we have a catalog. Again, this is obviously like just the most basic text font. It's like Arial font. But I mean, we can see the ideas they have. And also interestingly, this looks very iPad friendly. The orientation of this, in my opinion, allegedly. I don't know why I like saying allegedly. I mean, just thinking about the different challenges you could do with multiplayer would be so cool. And also, before you guys freak out, because I know I would easily freak out about this too. The way they spoke about this, like, multiplayer, very strongly alluding to multiplayer. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's saying it's going to be a multiplayer. They said, like, something along the lines of play on your own or multiplayer. I can't remember the exact words, but my understanding was you will be able to play solo, and then there will be some kind of multiplayer element too. So it won't be like forced to be online or just online. Because I think we would all agree it would ruin the game if you couldn't play solo, because that's a big reason why a lot of us love the game, is that you escape by yourself. Not to say though that multiplayer aspects of the game would be really fun. It would be great for making videos. That's what I think about it, and to play with friends and to do challenges together. I mean, it would be very exciting if it's done well. And I don't know why the game shifted off my screen. Sorry guys. And then yeah, publishing, description. And it looks like they're publishing this whole set of furniture. So that's cool. You'll like it's almost like a room. You know how you can save rooms to the gallery right now, but it's like a collection of items and it's your own little set. And I guess if you're working with different colors, you're customizing the patterns, it really will become your own thing. So sharing it will be an even more important thing because you've put more time into personalizing that set for you. You've essentially designed it. So that is going to be quite amazing, I think, if it happens. Ooh, they covered up who it was created by. Maybe it's like SimGuru Ninja created this. And they're like, ooh, we better not share that. You can share it with everyone, share it with only me. Again, obviously this box, looking at it, looks so bland. The text is so basic, like the spacing is all rough. That is placeholder, okay? It's not gonna look like this. They would not. They would never. If they did, I would die, but no, they won't. And then it says also added to your library and by catalog category. Oh, cool, so it's saved to your catalog. Nice. So then this is interesting again. So they're showcasing here that you can play on different devices. This is also something that people are a little bit nervous about just because if you're gonna make a game really good on PC and have it work on a tablet, aka, or also mobile, I assume. You know, how do they do that? How do you do that how do you make it simple enough for a tablet to run, yet still be a great game on computer? I don't know how you pull that off, and my only concern with that would be, do you have to dumb down the game to make it fit on a tablet, to make it run on a tablet that doesn't have the power of a computer or a console system? Are they relying on new technology in tablets and mobile phones and forecasting what it will be like by then? Maybe. I would have no idea how that works. But yeah, that would be the only thing that I'm like, ooh, should the same game be on an iPad or tablet as a computer? Can you do that? Or is that gonna make the game bad? I think we're realizing games on mobile phones don't translate that well to PC. Like where the UI is and the touch screen versus using keyboard and mouse. I think a lot of games are kind of finding out the hard way that it just is not what players want. So curious to see how this is gonna go. So you can see here, it appears it kind of looks like you're in a multiplayer scenario here where this is someone's computer and then someone is playing on their tablet because it looks like the person on the computer screen is called Anne Romeo01. So as they place that on their screen, this person's watching them place it, and their name is Llama11, and they can see that Llama11 is in this space of the room, which is also interesting because I wonder if this tag will actually be a sim standing here one day. So the player is actually a sim. Standing within the space, but right now they're just tags, or if there will be a name tag, who knows? But it's such a fascinating concept. And a lot of people also picked up that down in the corner here, it does say apartment selection. A lot of people are getting excited that maybe that means there would be apartments in base game. I think that would be cool. I don't see why they couldn't put apartments in base game unless that was kept as an incentive to sell a future DLC pack like we saw in City Living or Eco Lifestyle. Part of the reason why you might want to buy those DLCs is to get apartments. You know, it's marketing. They want you to buy it. They want you to want it. I do think it makes sense to have it in base game though, because so many people live in apartments and apartments are more and more common. So it's almost a little bit dated to just only have houses, isn't it? So yeah, you see them using the tablet. And again, this is an example of the UI translating really well on like a touch tablet, whereas on PC, honestly, it would seem quite awkward to have it like on the right scrolling. It just wouldn't seem natural. And I think that that's something that we're seeing in games already that are coming out, that it's just the same orientation does not translate well to PC and console as it does work on phones or tablets. So I don't know, I would hope that this is changed. I mean, it works great on the phone. And then, yeah, they're just placing things and you can see it on the other screen and it definitely looks like multiplayer. So yeah, that's basically that breakdown. I've been recording this video for an hour. This is gonna be one long video, I'm sorry guys. And let me know if you like long videos or if you prefer it when it's like chopped up and short and sweet and you have TikTok attention span. Peace and love, there's nothing wrong with that. I just wanna know. Okay, then at the very end, we got a little tidbit. They did a little bit of a tease with some baby talk, crying, and then our presenter walks off. And check it out! Okay, a lot of you guys thought, yeah, it's a toddler. Look closely, this is not a toddler. This appears to be smaller than a toddler. And if you watch the animation, wait for it. Hold on. Whoa, that ain't a toddler. That is not a toddler. This is potentially the new baby. This could replace babies in cribs, which right now are basically an object with a little grub in it. Like it looks like a worm sitting there, like a little grub. It could be that. It could be a new life stage. But this is no toddler. Like, we do not have this animation right now. And it's a beautiful animation, actually, with the sim like holding their head just like you would a really young baby or infant. And if we, look into the room, there are new items as well. So yeah, The Sims 4 expecting 2023. Frost, Sim Guru Frost, the community manager, did actually confirm toddlers were expected 2023. So that is at least something we know is coming in the not too far away future. So let's just, really look into this a little bit. All right, so first up, I can see new items. This basket with like toys in it. Could it work like the cats and dogs dog toy basket thing where you actually store toys in it? Maybe it's just decorative. I think this in the background looks like a towel rack, baby nappy storage, perhaps. And then, oh, it's actually a whole new rug underneath that baby as well. New nappy the baby's wearing, maybe new hair. Well, it would be new hair, but it might be like existing hair for this life stage / baby stage, whatever it is. There's also like some little items at the back here. There's a cute little elephant, I think, in a basket. There's also what looks like a safety gate in front of the door here. Some people were saying this is a new high chair. I actually think it's the existing high chair in base game. A basket here that looks like a kind of like a fox head, and new lamp. Did I already say that? And then it appears to be another new rug and a playpen crib bassinet. I'm not really the baby lady. I don't even know what these things are called. It'd be interesting if like the baby safety gate works kind of like in Get Famous, where there's the rope and only celebrities can get in. I don't know, maybe bigger than baby Sims can walk through this safety gate or something. Maybe they can play in this. I don't know. They're not really showing that much, but it's got cute freezer bunnies on it. And yeah, look at this animation. It's very sweet. I think actually this made a lot of players quite emotional because they were like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. I got more emotional about the color wheel. What does that tell us? And then from what I can see on the sim, I'm trying to find any juiciness that maybe they didn't even realize they included. Honestly, everything looks very much the same. I can't see any clues. So yeah, that was a lot to go through. Let's talk about what we're most excited for. So you can feel free to comment down below what you're most excited for. I'm most excited for The Sims 5. Hearing that it's in development is so cool. And I'm not worried about The Sims 4 being forgotten about because it is years away. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not stressed about it. I feel good about it. I also feel confident that it's all placeholder. So I'm not upset about it because they're also going to be taking us along in the development, which instills a lot of confidence in me that, they can't muck it up that bad if they're showing us along the way what's happening. Like if it's something really that bad, they're gonna know. So that's really good too. I'm very excited for that baby infant. What should we call them? The babies. We'll just call them babies. They look really cute, and that is something that people have wanted for ages. And also some people were saying, is this going to be a paid thing? Like, do we have to pay for the babies? My guess is definitely not. Like, I would genuinely be so shocked if they were like, you have to pay for this baby. I think it will definitely be a base game update. Like, I'm pretty confident in that. I would be very surprised. So I feel like we can also be positive and confident about that too. I feel good about it. I'm excited, you guys. I'm just, I wish we knew more about those expansions. And I really hope we get something this year. It's so far away. 2023 cannot come quick enough. Anyway, congratulations if you lasted to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. I love you guys so much. And I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I'll speak to you soon. Dag dag.